This is Bertrand Himmel with Profitable Books, and this is a poem that I have released in Thoughts Towards the Profitable, and it is also included in the Profitable Anthology. This is my second poem that I've written some years ago, and it proved very helpful as I was getting a grasp of writing poetry in my earlier years of writing poetry. The title of this poem is The Mariner and His Wife. Now, this is a rather romantic tale, quite dramatic in my opinion of it, as it pictures Christ in the church. As the mariner pictures Christ, and the wife pictures the church. And the mariner goes away on his trade of business to return to his wife as he is providing for his family during his time away. And the wife, in her time of waiting, remains behind as she waits for the returning of her husband and looks for his coming. In the same way, the church is waiting for Christ, her husband, to return. She waits on this earth, looking for his coming, while he, at the time, is at business interceding for her, giving her grace, and is preparing a place for her. So the prophet that the mariner is sending, or is building, working for his wife, is pictures the grace the Lord has given us through His Spirit. The poem somewhat takes in a similitude to that of Songs of Solomon, as in the same way Songs of Solomon, where you have one part of the text, you have the groom speaking, then another part of the text, you have the bride speaking. In a similar manner, you have in this poem, the first stanza, you have the mariner is speaking to the wife. In the second stanza, you have the wife speaking to her husband, and also in her expression for her husband as she's looking for his coming. And then in the third and final stanza, you have the mariner speaks to his bride, his wife, as he makes his return and what he is going to do after his return. And so it begins. The Mariner and His Wife. Stanza 1. My voyage has come, my work is for thee, my cockles and mussels with thee I leave. For if I do not go, my profit will not come to you, but I will go that I might send it to. I leave thee now, look for me. Alas, I say, look for me, for I come quickly. I must go, I cannot stay. What may seem a year will later seem a day. No matter the tide, I will come, O my bride. Stanza 2. For thee I wait, O my groom. Your word you say that you will do. I will prepare myself every stool and shelf. He is faithful, and I in faith will watch. I will be true. I abide in my house towards the sea I watch. He sends me his prophet, and with it I prepare, blameless I shall be ready. Never have I forgotten on the sea am I trodden. Indeed, it does seem a year. I encourage and I comfort, I act in his name. I do walk with fidelity, adorning his name. Never I bring him shame. By the labor of his hand I do breathe. By the feasting of his work I am able to walk. Daily I look to, though storms be coming. He will be coming soon. The town has changed much, anger has stirred. The stranger has stirred, I am oppressed to tears. My groom, come thou quickly. My strength doth wane. I have been beaten and robbed, thy love they do mock. Though they take me and bleed me, their work is indeed vain. I am his wife, I look for his day. I have his love, I will watch and stay. His ship will come swiftly in bay. With his water I wash day after day. I wear his good garments, the garments he gave. I stand on the shoreline, my feet touch the wave. I stand in the darkness, I stand in the night. While stars I behold, I see another light. I wear his good garments, the garments he gave. Indeed, a year doth seem a day. It is long for to greet, so sweet the meat. I hear his words calling, the ships come trawling. Stanza 3, final stanza. No matter the tide, I do come, O my bride. My day is come, I am here with thee. My anger awakens for the oppression of the stranger. This town will receive judgment. The stranger is banished. My bride, I behold, how she is fair. She is faithful and true. What more could she do? Though long she was in fear, I shall wipe her tears. O my bride, I have come. It is done. That concludes the poem. In the index, I have stanza going matching to the lines. For stanza 1, for lines 3 through 4, I reference John 16:7. For line 5, I reference Titus 2:13. For line 6, I reference Revelations 22:20. For line 8, I reference 1 Peter 1:23 through 25 and Ecclesiastes 6:12. For line 9, I reference 2 Peter 1:4. For stanza 2, line 10, Psalm 130, 5-6. Line 11, Acts 27:25 and Romans 4:18-21. Line 12, 1 Corinthians 6:19-20 and chapter 10, verse 31. 2 Peter 3:10-14. Ephesians 2:8-10, and Psalm 119, 59-60. Line 13, Deuteronomy 7:9, Acts 27:25, 2 Peter 3:10-11, and verse 14, and Titus 2:12-14. Line 14, Luke 21:28, and Acts 1:10-11. Line 15, 2 Peter 3:11 and 14. Line 16, Deuteronomy 4:9 and 2 Peter 1:12. Line 18 and 19, Titus 2:10 and Matthew 5:14. Line 20, Philippians 4:13 and 2 Corinthians 12, 5-9 and 9:8. This is talking about grace. And Titus 2:11-12, Zechariah 12:10, John 14:26. Line 21, Titus 2:13. Line 22, 2 Peter 1:12. Line 23, Luke 21:7-28 and 2 Timothy 3:1-7. Line 24, Ephesians 6:10-12. Line 25, James 1:2-4, Psalm 55, the entire chapter, 1 Corinthians 10:13, and Matthew 26:41. Line 26, Luke 21:12 and 2 Timothy 3:12. Line 27, Ecclesiastes 1:14, 1 John 5:4-5, Ephesians 6:10-20, and John 15:5. Line 28, 2 Peter 3:10, 1 Thessalonians 5:1-6. Line 29, Titus 2:13, 2 Peter 3:11 and 14, and 1 John 4:19. Line 30, 2 Peter 1:12. Line 31, Ephesians 5:26. Line 32, Isaiah 61:10, 64:6, Romans 4:4-5, and Romans 3:22. Lines 34-35, 2 Peter 3:10. Line 36, Ephesians 5:16, and Psalm 90:12. Stanza 3. Lines 42-43, I reference Revelations 20, verse 1-3, John 16:8 and 11, and Revelations 20:12-15. Line 44, Ephesians 5:21-31, and Titus 1:10. Line 46, Revelation 7:17, 21:4, and Isaiah 25:8. Line 48, final line. I reference Revelation 21:6 and Ecclesiastes 3:14. These are indexes of references of Scripture that I've used, or more or less rather referred to, that I base these writings upon. My poem is not Scripture, and never do I intend my words to be treated as such. But I hope that as a reader, or in this case a listener, that you would be stimulated to go back to the Scriptures and confirm these words to yourself. What do you see? To me, the poem more or less pictures those truths in the Scriptures, which I try or more or less depict. May the Lord be glorified.